It is June 2026. The United States men's national team takes the pitch at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, kicking off a World Cup campaign on home soil that represents the most scrutinized tournament in their history. The historical benchmark for success remains the tournament of 1994. That summer, the U.S. utilized home field advantage to battle their way into the knockout stages. But the 2026 squad carries a different kind of weight. The fans are no longer just happy to be here. They are waiting to see if the United States has truly matured into a serious, globally competitive soccer power. Earning 3 points in this opener is more than a statistical goal. It is a psychological crucible that will immediately set the trajectory for the host nation's tournament. The anxiety stems from a glaring tactical flaw. Mauricio Pochettino's side possesses a talented attacking generation, but they suffer from a defense that consistently leaks over 2 goals against top-tier opponents. Drawing Paraguay for their opening match creates a statistical mirror opposite to the American system. Paraguay's qualifying data highlights a stark offensive struggle. Across 18 matches in South American qualifying, they managed only 14 goals. However, that chart flips for their defensive record. Across those same 18 games, they conceded only 10 goals, the second-best defense in the region. When a backline that cannot stop conceding meets an attack that almost never scores, the match becomes a high-stakes stalemate where a single mistake defines the entire result. On the pitch, the United States will lead with an offensive posture, relying on high pressing and possession to find space for players like Christian Pulisic and Fuller and Balogun. Paraguay's manager, Gustavo Alfaro, builds his strategy to negate that style. His team intentionally cedes possession, organizing into a rigid, unified defensive wall. With their primary creative engine, Julio Enciso, likely sidelined by injury, Paraguay will almost certainly abandon open play attacks, relying exclusively on deep defending and set pieces. The American objective demands extreme tactical patience. They must move the ball continuously across the width of the pitch, waiting for the one moment of fatigue that cracks Paraguay's defensive structure. The United States is being forced to channel its greatest attacking strengths into the exact area where Paraguay is most impenetrable. The danger zone in this match is the empty grass left behind the American play. When the U.S. commits their numbers forward to break the bunker, they abandon the middle of the field. This tactical map shows the vulnerability. Attackers push high, creating a gaping spatial void in front of 2 isolated defensive nodes. Inside this void, the match is decided by a single duel. American Tyler Adams must contain Paraguayan transition engine Miguel Almiron. If Almiron escapes Adams's containment, he has a direct, uncontested path to punish the shaky U.S. center backs on a rapid counterattack. The fate of the match hinges on this singular, gritty one-on-one battle, protecting the one weakness that could derail the American tournament. This dynamic is governed by game state, the theory that the current scoreline alters the behavioral logic of both teams on the pitch. If the United States finds the net first, Paraguay's weak offense is forced to abandon their comfortable defensive structure and actively chase an equalizer. A frantic chasing Paraguay plays perfectly into the USA's hands, opening up the space that the American forwards need to exploit. But an early Paraguayan goal from a counterattack or a set piece creates a nightmare scenario. With a lead, Paraguay can execute their ultimate strategy, dropping into an impenetrable low block and sealing the penalty area against an anxious, error-prone American team. Because of these extreme tactical differences, the first goal dictates the physical and mental reality of the game. To survive this World Cup, the host nation must prove it has the maturity to dismantle a disciplined spoiler. Beating Paraguay is more than a quest for 3 points. It is the ultimate test of the U.S. national team's patience. If they can overcome their defensive flaws and break down this wall, they will prove they are finally ready for a historic run on the world stage.